Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Bio Universe. I am Suyanka. Today we will learn excretion. Before that, please subscribe my channel to learn biology topics in quick way. Metabolism produces useful products as well as toxic products by chemical reactions occurs in life processes. These toxic substances have to be removed as they are harmful if allowed to accumulate. The removal of metabolic waste products from the body of an organism is known as excretion. Plants do not have a well developed excretory system to throw out nitrogenous waste materials. Therefore, plants use different strategies for excretion. The gaseous waste materials produced during respiration and photosynthesis diffuse out through stomata in the leaves and through lenticels in other parts of the plant. Many plants store organic waste products in their permanent tissues that have dead cells, for example, heartwood. Plants also store waste within their leaves or barks. These wastes are periodically removed as the leaves and barks fall off. For example, tannins, essential oils, gums, resins, etc. Gums are a group of sticky, water-soluble waste found in the common gum tree bulb. Resins are another group of waste found commonly in the stems of conifers, for example pine and fir. Some plant wastes are stored as a thick white fluid. You may have seen a white fluid ooze out when you pluck a papaya or a fig or the leaves of yellow oleander, also called pila kaneer. This white fluid is called latex. Alkaloids are a group of toxic waste products, but some of these are useful to us. For example, quinine, derived from alkaloids stored in cinchona bark, and morphine, derived from alkaloids stored in opium poppy flowers. Caffeine found in coffee seeds and nicotine in tobacco leaves are also alkaloids. Aquatic plants lose most of their metabolic waste by direct diffusion into the water surrounding them. Terrestrial plants excrete some waste into soil around them. Many unicellular organisms like amoeba throw out their waste by diffusion from their body surface. Protozoans also have no organs for excretion, so they eliminate their waste by diffusion through the plasma membrane. Simple multicellular organisms like Hydra throw out solid waste matter through their mouth. Higher multicellular organisms have well-defined specialized excretory organs. These organs could be simpler tubular structure as in flatworms and leaves. The excretory organs of insects are also tubular. In vertebrates, the main organs of excretion and maintenance of water balance are the kidneys. Although the kidneys are the main organs of excretion, the skin, lungs, and liver also help in excretion. Our skin has sweat glands through which we excrete small amounts of water, urea, and salts. The liver excretes bile, which contains bile pigments. These are produced by the breakdown of old RBCs in the liver. As hemoglobin breaks down, the iron is retained while the pigment is excreted with the bile. The liver also excretes cholesterol. The lungs help in getting rid of carbon dioxide formed as a result of cellular respiration through exhalation. Our excretory system consists of kidneys, blood vessels that join them, ureters, urinary bladders, and urethra. They help produce and excrete urine. There are two bean-shaped kidneys that lie in the abdominal cavity. one on either side of the vertebral column. The kidneys are reddish brown. Each of them is about 10 cm long and weighs about 150 gram. The kidneys produce urine to filter out the waste products like urea and uric acid from the blood. Urine leaves each kidney through a tube called ureter. The ureters from both the kidneys are connected to the urinary bladder that collects and stores urine. Ureters carry urine from the kidneys into the urinary bladder. The urethra is a canal that carries urine from the bladder and expels it outside the body. Each kidney is enclosed in a thin fibrous covering called the capsule. A renal artery brings blood into the kidney along with nitrogenous waste materials. After filtration in the kidneys, the purified blood leaves the kidney through the renal vein. Two distinct regions can be seen in the section of a kidney: an outer dark granular cortex and inner lighter medulla. The hollow space from where the ureter leaves the kidney is called the pelvis. Each kidney is made up of numerous, about 1 million coiled excretory tubules known as nephrons and collecting ducts as associated with tiny blood vessels. A nephron is a structural and functional unit of a kidney having three functions: filtration, reabsorption, and secretion. A nephron consists of a long coiled tubule and the malpighian corpuscle. The tubule of the nephron is differentiated into the proximal convoluted tubule, Hennell's loop, and distal convoluted tubule. The distal tubule opens into the collecting duct. At the proximal end of the nephron is the malpighian corpuscle, which consists of Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. Bowman's capsule is a double-walled cup-like structure which surrounds the dense network of blood capillaries called glomerulus. The process of excretion may be divided into three stages: filtration, selective reabsorption, and tubular secretion. Filtration of blood occurs under high pressure in the nephrons of the kidney. Blood enters the glomerulus through the afferent arteriole and leaves through the efferent arteriole. Therefore, blood passes through the glomerulus under pressure. This results in the filtration of blood. Water and small molecules are forced out of the walls of the capillaries of the glomerulus and Bowman's capsule and enter the tubule of the nephron. Large molecules remain in the blood of the glomerulus. The filtrate contains water, glucose, salts, urea, vitamins, etc. It is called glomerular filtrate. Some molecules of the glomerular filtrate are selectively reabsorbed into the blood. The glomerular filtrate flows through the proximal convoluted tubule, the U-shaped Hennell's loop, and the distal convoluted tubule. It contains many useful substances such as glucose, amino acids, and salts. These are reabsorbed by a process which requires energy. Without reabsorption, these nutrients could have been lost with the urine. The filtrate now contains urea, some salts, and water. Reabsorption of solutes into the blood increases the water concentration of the filtrate. Then water is reabsorbed into the blood by the process of osmosis and the osmotic balance is restored. The amount of water reabsorbed depends on the amount of excess water in the body and that of the dissolved waste to be excreted. This reabsorption of water from the filtrate to maintain the water balance of the body fluid is known as osmoregulation. In this way, the kidneys serve as water conserving organs. After reabsorption from 180 liters of filtrate in the kidney, only 1 to 2 liters of urine is produced. Some nitrogenous waste products like keratin and some other substances like potassium ions are removed from the blood by the distal convoluted tubule and are then added to the urine. This is called tubular secretion. The urine that is formed continuously collects in the urinary bladder. As the bladder expands, its pressure creates an urge to pass urine through the urethra. As the bladder is muscular, the urge to urinate is under voluntary nerves control. The kidneys may be damaged due to infection, injury, diabetes, and extremes of blood pressure. A damaged kidney cannot function efficiently to remove urea, ions, water, etc. from the blood. This malfunctioning results in the accumulation of toxic waste like urea, which can lead to death. One of the ways to treat kidney failure is to use a dialysis machine that acts as an artificial kidney. This process of purification of blood is called hemodialysis. That's all for today. We will learn different topic in the next video. Thank you for watching.